The story begins in an abandoned city where terrible events are taking place. In a dense dark forest there is a secret laboratory where scientists carry out forbidden experiments. The scientists' goal is to create a new species of creature with the highest intelligence and strength, but nature decided to play an evil joke one unfortunate morning when the experiment was at its peak. An unfortunate creature with a head and neck, but lacking limbs, slipped out of the scientists' grasp and clumsily escaped into the deep sewers. It plunged into the murky waters overflowing with stinking waste and disappeared into the dark abode of the underground labyrinth. Years passed, and the chemicals in the sewers caused the creature to mutate, turning it into something horrible and disgusting. It was now a monster with a distorted massive head and gigantic neck, superior to a mere life form. Forgotten in the darkness of the underworld, this creature wandered the dark pipes, hungry for light and life. Finally, it found a way out and entered the unsuspecting man's home through the toilet. Its eyes glowed with fierce flames and its hunger drove it to madness, causing it to let out terrible screams. The occupants of the house, unaware of the evil that had befallen them, awoke to a horrible scream. Their hearts were filled with fear as they saw the ugly creature approaching them with a threatening look. The horrible creature showed no mercy to any of them. Its emotionless eyes stared at its victims with cold blood, as if they were mere puppets in its hands. On that dark day, the city turned into a nightmarish place. People were powerless against this inexplicable menace. The police and the army fought this creature, but their attempts were in vain. Every day the number of these strange creatures increased, as if they were multiplying on their own. And soon they were nicknamed SKIBIDI Toilet. These creatures were invincible and invulnerable. They destroyed everything in their path, spreading chaos and fear in the hearts of the citizens. The scientists realized the magnitude of the mistake they had made. They realized that they must find a way to confront their creatures and protect humanity from their threat. Putting together a team of the best scientists and engineers, the scientists began developing a new weapon against the SKIBIDI Toilet. The idea of creating cameramancers, people capable of fighting back against SKIBIDI Toilet, was born. Scientists developed special cameras that were installed instead of the volunteers' heads, turning them into powerful fighters. The procedure of becoming a cameraman was dangerous and difficult. However, becoming a cameraman had its price. People who underwent this procedure experienced severe physical and mental pain. As the SKIBIDI Toilet continued their assault on the world, the cameramen began to be sent into battle. They became humanity's last hope for salvation. They engaged in a brutal war against SKIBIDI Toilet, fighting them in the streets and dark corners of the city. The battle proved to be brutal and bloody. SKIBIDI Toilet proved to be insidious and powerful opponents, and the Chamberlains had to use all their new abilities and knowledge to deal with them. However, the war had not yet reached its end, and each new day brought new trials and horrors.